My dad's been going to work for 2 years. His company shut down 2 years ago. He thinks we haven't noticed. Every morning at 6:15, Dad wakes up, showers, puts on his favorite gray suit, and leaves with his leather briefcase like he's done for the past 22 years. The difference is that Hartwell Technologies filed for bankruptcy exactly 2 years ago. We found out when my mom got a letter about his 401k being frozen. She called the number on the letterhead, and some automated message said the company no longer existed. But Dad kept leaving every morning, kissing Mom goodbye, saying he had a big presentation or an important client meeting. His suit started looking worn. The leather on his briefcase cracked and peeled. But every night he'd come home at exactly 6:30, tired from his long day, complaining about traffic and office politics at a building that had been demolished 8 months ago. We started following him. My sister Olivia and I took turns trailing his car from a distance. The first day, I watched him drive to a parking garage downtown, park on the 3rd level, and just sit there for 9 hours. He ate a sandwich he'd packed, listened to talk radio, and stared at nothing. Sometimes he'd take out his laptop and type furiously, but when I snuck a look later, the documents were gibberish. Pages and pages of random letters and numbers that meant nothing. He'd created fake emails from co-workers, scheduled fake meetings in his calendar, even set reminders that would ping on his phone throughout the day. The level of detail was disturbing. He had an entire fictional workplace running in his head, complete with drama about a co-worker named Gerald stealing his parking spot and a boss who didn't appreciate his quarterly reports. Month 8 is when things got darker. Dad started coming home with injuries. A black eye, he said, was from a filing cabinet, scraped knuckles from helping move office furniture. We found out he'd joined some kind of group that met in that same parking garage. Other men who'd lost their jobs but couldn't tell their families. They'd dress in their work clothes and spend all day together, pretending to have conference calls, debating imaginary stock portfolios, giving each other fake promotions. One of them, a former accountant named Harold, had convinced everyone that if they just kept the routine going, their old jobs would somehow manifest back into existence. Dad started bringing home business cards from this group. Fake titles at fake companies. Senior vice president of nothing, director of pretend operations. They held fake award ceremonies where they'd congratulate each other on fake achievements while their real lives crumbled. The money ran out after 18 months. Mom had been quietly draining their savings to cover bills, selling her jewelry, borrowing from her sister. She'd become part of the delusion, packing his lunches, ironing his shirts, asking about his day like it was real. When I finally confronted her, she grabbed my arm and whispered that if we told him the truth, it would kill him. He's not strong enough. Just let him have this. But Dad was getting worse. He'd started sleeping in his suit. He stopped showering on weekends because weekends were fake to him now. Just obstacles between workdays. He began talking about retirement plans at a company that didn't exist. Pensions that would never come. A corner office he'd earned through 24 years of loyalty. Last month, Harold died. Heart attack in that parking garage. Still wearing his suit. Still clutching his empty briefcase. Dad went to the funeral in his work clothes and gave a eulogy about what a great regional manager Harold had been. The other men from the garage nodded along, crying over a title that never existed. When we got home, Dad went straight to his closet and started organizing his ties for his promotion meeting, since Harold's position had opened up. Mom just stood in the doorway watching, and I realized she was gone too. I found their foreclosure notice hidden in her nightstand. The bank is taking our house in 30 days, and Dad is still practicing his acceptance speech for a job that was demolished 2 years ago. He still leaves every morning at 6:15, and I don't think he's ever coming back.